the race. I was thinking that I should have run as a senator, but when I see and when I made a deep analysis after all it went down, a senator, I wouldn't have access to votes until Caguas. And right now, I'm constantly checking the geolocation, right? Which is one of the analytics that I use for this podcast. And there's a lot of people that listen to the podcast that are from Caguas. But there's a lot of people that listen to the podcast that are from Carolina, which is a surprise for me. Because I thought I have more people in San Juan. I have barely people who listen to the podcast in San Juan. And the funny thing about the whole politics mess, it was that there were people in the beginning that were from San Juan that were the most they were rooting for me, and there were the people that were like begging for me to fall down on my ass. So it's really interesting. Everything I said developed because it's a dog-eat-dog world. And the first people who will try to fuck you up the most is not the rival party, it's not the rival candidate, but the people from within. And when I like to invest myself in projects, I like to invest myself in projects by myself. I don't like having a lot of people. I have accepted that whatever I go through, even right now we're pushing the podcast, but whatever I go through, eventually I will need a manager. I will use a manager, and I have bent the knee on that one, but not on the other ones. I don't like huge crews. I don't like none of that, because this is work that I do on myself. I know if I had a crew, it would be a little bit more easy in many ways, but there's no people coming forward for that, because there's no people coming forward to tell me, oh, Marcel, I want you on the radio. Oh, Marcel, I want to listen to your podcast, because it's not happening. And I have to be honest, this is a space for it, and I'm being responsible on it. With the fact that one of the biggest advice that I was given to me was the fact that I needed to keep this constant. I'm doing my end of the bargain here, but people want me to go on fucking politics. That's why I want to bend this out. I want to get asked if I'm gonna go back in music, but I fucked up my career, and that's the part that I have to accept. As a 36-year-old grown-ass man, I have to accept that I didn't took really good care of my career, that I was paying too much attention to the money project instead of dividing my attention and giving my art the time that it needed. And that was before I had a family like that. That was before I had the responsibilities that I have right now. And I couldn't make the time split. And I couldn't make that time split. And that really fucked me up. But on the other hand, politics are really hard. Maybe that could be one of the reasons that I run from it. One mistake, you're fucked up. You have made tons of mistakes. I have openly told the people that I was running for that it was a mistake running for a bunch of people who are losers. And that was in a fit of rage. I shouldn't have said that. I apologize many times over. Whoever wants to take the apology, thank you. Whoever the fuck doesn't want to take the apology, what the fuck do you want me to do? I'm not gonna kiss your feet. They're already too deep in the mud on the fact that that's a swamp. And I have to tell the truth. I live in a swamp. And the thing is that right here in Macau, there's people who want to make things good. But sometimes they're surrounded by so many people who want to do things in a bad way just to help a few, fuck the rest. And if they keep going to the States, we don't give a fuck. And that's how things are being run down here. But the thing is that it's funny because when I'm thinking I'm going to push the music project, and I'm the one who fights with myself to force that music project to go on. This one works, but not in the way that politics work. And I don't know, the thing that bothers me with life's itself's inclination is that eventually I think I will do it eventually, and if it is needed, I will do it. But I don't know. It's really hard. I feel tempted, by starting all over. It's really hard in my case, because I have to have some guarantees that it will work. I don't have no one to invest in a political campaign. Let's just say that I don't know how I still have a relationship after a political campaign, because it took a really emotional toll on both of us. And it's not really easy that when you're with a loved one, you're reading comments that they want to spit in his face. In my case, it was funny as fuck, but in the case of my girlfriend, it wasn't so funny. So it's really a really hard situation, because she has been someone that has been there for so much and for so long. And the fact that I make a selfish decision of going and put ourselves in the spotlight once again, it's really hard. It's really messy. But it's really complicated. I wish I could do it. But the thing is that I will need to run by in a national level, which requires more money that I never had for running for District 35. I don't want to run in any major race, because they're actually impossible to win, especially where I reside. And I don't know. It's really hard. It's really hard. I think it would be sweet, but the thing is, if I lose, will I have a job? I need a job. I have a family. I have people to feed. I have to think so many things. And it is funny, because this, what I love about this podcast especially, is that it lets me put in front and center what is the human side of me. And the thing is that in a personal level, it's really hard for me to get back into politics, but on a professional level, it's something that I cannot take away, because people want me on politics. I don't know if they want me dead or I'm the new harvest. I don't know if you have seen that episode on South Park, but it just so happens to be the things the way are. The way things are. If I eventually run in politics, I just want... it's really messy, because you run in a political campaign, then you lose, then you're fucked up, and then you're looking for a job, trying to make ends meet and trying to get a bill paid back. This is at least a year of your life that you need to spend on the road, that you need to spend talking to people, that you need to be spreading a message, that you need to be working constantly. And hey, I'm not against the hard work on it, but let's go to the basis. I wish I had a better financial backup, because by yourself, without no promo, without no spots, the new trend is that actually in the last election there were candidates that had so much money that they were buying complete radio spots, so they had programs. Barely no people were listening to them, because how the system works in Puerto Rico is that you're the mayor, you have around from 500 to 1,000 something employees. Those employees has wives, brothers, sisters, brothers-in-law, mothers-in-law, fathers, sisters, etc., etc. And when you go and find out, you have a pool of over 5,000 to 10,000 to almost 15,000 votes that you can count from that single person, that you can multiply from every employee in any town or in any municipality in Puerto Rico. So that's how it works. That same machine is the one that gets the instruction to go, we're going with this representative and we're going with this senator. And that's how it actually plays out. So you need a lot of money to get your message out, and even though with a lot of money, I've seen businessmen, like really wealthy businessmen in the area, trying to take their peak, that they have control over their parties, and they do not make it past the primary process. And I've seen that happen so many times. I'm not interested in any of the main parties in Puerto Rico, neither Partido Popular Democrático, and they have a strong base, and the Partido Nuevo Progresista, which has also the other strongest base. But I'm not interested in a strong base. I want a base on those people who are not able to vote. That's the base that I want. The base that I want is the people who are not able to vote. There is nearly almost 2 million people. Of those 2 million people, to get them able to vote, I want a fresh start of people. I cannot go with the machinery because I do not believe in statehood, and I do not believe that the state in which things are right now are in favor of us. We have to work on that ground, because we have to work on it, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be going with the Partido Popular Democrático on that one. So I want to run in politics. And then there's this other issue. Is at large. The word that we have been looking for is at large. If I run for senator or congressman at large, right? I'm only one fucking vote. On the Puerto Rican Congress and in the Puerto Rican Senate, I'm only one vote. So I'm one vote, and not only one vote. The thing is that when those people, when they get sworn in, they have, like, literally, they have lines in their offices of this bunch of lawyers which are already telling you, you're going to sign this, you're going to sign that, you're going to sign this, you're going to sign, independently on which party you come from. Sometimes on the leftists, they do not get so many visits because they know they have a moral duty of voting on the other side. But the thing is that you get instructions. So that leaves me only with the most prickish, megalomaniacal, tempting, and yeah, it leaves me into the douchebag spot that if I run for politics, I would like to run for governor. Why for governor? Not because I want power, not because I want to be the guy to say, oh, I have the biggest balls here. I don't want to be that kind of guy. I repel that kind of behavior at all. But the thing is that the governor has a power that if both chambers right here in Puerto Rico, they want to keep with the whole, let's give 40 years of taxes to people, let's keep fucking people up. And there are many people in the, also in as congressmen and senators that are, you cannot be like ruling with direct executive orders if you're not doing your work, motherfuckers. That's a criteria that people should have at the time of choosing a governor. But I don't know where that criteria went. So, actually, what we have is all of that. If I run, I will run for governor. I will need like a lot of money. And it will have to be some sort of an angel investment or some sort of super PAC or something, because I'm not good at following instructions. I cannot fall into the game of being a candidate made of monetary donations because I can't. I go with my will and I go with my gut, and that's how it has always been. So we'll see what the destiny has for us. So we will have to keep on listening here. So I want to thank you all for being with me on this personal. This has been a really personal one for me. So so I don't know. You're a new brand of public for me. So you can leave some notes and you can leave some inbox. And what are your thoughts on this one? yeah, I'm really open for ideas. I would like to explore